Alright, this is Kenny, Welsh Hormone Optimization, bringing you a chest day exercise. You can see, just sitting there warming up the bar. Huge about stretching the pecs because that tie-in in your armpit to the pec and also the one in the rear for the lat get incredibly tight. And if you're big into lifting and you're a guy and you got tons of stretch marks there, this is why. Because we don't stretch, we just get straight into heavy sets because we're fueled by ego. And stretching is absolutely important. So jumping into the first set of with a little bit of weight, still just light, big stretches. It's almost, these are we'll have 2 or 3 sets of just stretching. Just pumping, getting some blood in there, warming the muscle up, and making sure to avoid injury because, especially on a barbell, whether it's flat or incline or decline or whatever, being bound by that bar, not having the separation or the individuality of movement with like dumbbells, being bound with the bar is a recipe for a tear for sure. So take time, warm up, don't try to be the coolest guy in the gym by just chucking on a bunch of weight. I used to actually know a guy who would not touch a bar unless it had 2 plates on it. So he wouldn't ever warm up. He would just jump straight to 2 plates. And he actually tore his pec, so don't be that guy. You can see Faisal there. He's looking vascular. That's good. See, Chris is going crazy deep. I would never go this deep on an actual working set, but he's still just warming up. And you can see as sets go on with Chris, we're kind of working out his previous powerlifting type posture, we should say. So this is my first, or not my first actually, but we're just kind of switching sets for the sake of speeding the video up. This is one of my earlier sets. I'm just talking still, so this isn't crazy heavy. But that is about where I go. Elbows about 90 degrees, real high up on the incline. We're working upper pecs, and really, most of my chest exercises are upper pec dominant because gravity kind of just prevails. People have good lower pecs and no upper chest, and it's because they work so much flat. It just doesn't necessarily need it, in my opinion. I never do a flat bench press. I'll do some dumbbell work flat, but I dominantly work upper chest because it kind of just, gravity prevails, kind of brings it down anyways in development. But the press is kind of the bread and butter here, so that's what we're starting off with. Muscle builder C. When he's doing this here, I would press up a little bit higher, personally, just to get more contraction out of it. So you see when I'm doing the set, that's me there, under the bar, about 90 degrees, pressing all the way up, big squeeze. And you can see when in my heavier sets here, I ask people to kind of, he's not taking any pressure off, he's just kind of a safety net. And it gives me a little reminder when his fists hit my chest that it's time, to press back up. It's just a peace of mind, and it makes you feel stronger. Just because somebody's right there, there's a place to stop, there's a place to press up. All the way up. Chris there going big boy weight, and I'm giving him the old double fister there. Security. This is the first time that he's ever had that type of help, and that type of spotting, I guess I should say, but he said that it was very helpful too. He's a strong guy. Especially, think here he weighed about 205 pounds or something like that, and he's pressing 315 for reps. Like that is very strong.
Nice.
Here's me getting the 315.
There we go.
So you can see that the sets are progressing. Like I said in the last shoulder video, it's called progressive overload. This is generally how bodybuilders gain mass. You increase weight as the sets go on, and obviously your reps decrease. If you're pushing into failure, you should not be able to increase weight and get the same amount of reps as you did in a previously, lighter set. Moving on to incline still, incline flies.
Inward, where your like pinkies are
Stretch
touching.
them out.
There you go.
Elbows stay bent just a little bit, and you can see I told Chris there to
There you go.
tweak it a little bit to rotate his pinkies inward, just gives the chest a better squeeze. And you can see now, see his chest popping there? Boom. So I kind of dig my chin into my chest on these and just squeeze your pecs. It's always good to have a spotter there too, for when you get weak, they can just kind of take your positive motion, which is the press, you know, the upward motion of a press or a fly, and that motion fails first. So if you're going into true failure, your press, your positive motion of whatever the exercise is going to fail first. But that doesn't mean that you've recruited every muscle fiber possible. So you can have your spotter help you on the positive motion, and then you can just resist the negative portion of it. And once your negative portion fails, you're done. You know? So this is just another angle showing me there. Flies don't need to be done super heavy, especially after you've done, you know, some strong presses and stuff like that. So those are only 35s there. Those are good enough. Just getting a big squeeze. Elbows a little bent. Big squeeze at the top, rotating pinkies inward just to give the pecs that last little bit of squeeze. Another set here, and we're continuing to progress. You can see Chris pushing Faisal's chest down there just to stretch, just to give him more range of motion. You want to really stretch your pecs. You want to keep them loose. People just press all the time. They never stretch. You're gonna get, you know, fascia adhesions. You're gonna get knots. You're gonna get a tear. And that's just what's gonna happen. Yeah, looking gritty, huh?
There we go. Good stretch. Nice.
Big squeezes, moving up in weight. Squeeze. Stretch. Squeeze.
Tight.
And about that tempo, you know, you don't want to be moving super fast. You don't want to be dropping the negative motion. You want a strong negative, and your negative motion might get a little quicker as your sets progress and you get into the heavier weights. Your form might slack just a hair, but nothing major. You know, you want good, consistent, strong form. You see him there? That's helping my positive motion. And now I'm just resisting the negative. He's assisting my positive. That's true failure. Are you working that hard? That's the question, you know, that we talk a lot about here is expressing. People think they work out hard, and not saying, you know, that we're Ronnie Coleman or you know, Branch Warrens or anything, but you've got to be pushing your limits. You've got to be working hard, and that you need to be doing it safe as well, and that's where these videos come into play. So we're not, you know, ego lifting, but you need to push your limits, and it's always good to have a spotter there to help you do that. You can see Chris doing the same weight as I am. So, super strong. Big negative. We're moving on. Hammer strength. Incline. He's doing it a bit different, and everybody finds, you know, once you're pretty well versed in your workouts and stuff, you find a little tweak that you feel works good for you. That's fine. So he's kind of slouched down, his back is kind of arched, and he feels that gives him a little more tension in his upper pec, and that's fine. You know, if you know what you're doing, find your own little variation. And these are our first sets. They're pretty light.
Discussion over.
You can
Back
see.
to working out.
Moving on. I didn't start there. We're just, you know, kind of showing one set as we all progress.
Notice when he comes up, his chest gets real high right here.
Okay.
Big press. Squeeze at the top. Negative. Stretch. Press. And you can see I'm getting the freaking grumpy, bitter beer face going on. That is, you know, that's hard work. And that is how you need to be working. You can see sometimes towards the end of people's sets when they're working hard, it's almost like a meditation. It's like you're dealing with some pain. And that is how growth takes place, you know? Faisal set, pushing that same weight. Big negative, press. Squeeze. You can see his chest squeezing there.
Push. Keep pushing.
All the way up, come on.
Keep pushing, tight.
Squeeze.
There we go.
See, now he's getting into that bitter beer face motion. Or realm, I should say. He pushes things a little too far. See, he failed and he's going for it again. Like, it's done. And that's when you know. Okay, so we're getting into some drop sets here, or we will be, I think. That's why we loaded the plates like that, so that we don't pull off such large amounts at once, so that you can have a triple drop. And drop sets allow you to push past where you would normally fail. See, I'm failing. I'm done. He strips that off, so that now overall I'm pressing 50 pounds lighter. Now you can recruit some more muscle fibers.
So we just stripped a quarter off each side. Kenny's a big, strong guy, right?
Iffy right off the bat, but hey, he's helping me there. And I'm kind of hucking it here because I'm trying to push.
There it is.
Alright. You can see I'm laughing at myself there because now it is sloppy. Chris being nice, grabbing my weight for me. So, and this was where we started off. This was just pathetic when we were starting. That was super light, and now, when you're doing these drop sets, that is just unbearably hard.
There we go.
It's taking everything you have. You can see Chris there. They're jumping into their drop sets. He's doing good there, keeping his composure. Face is getting pretty serious, sweating going on. We actually have another video that we're going to be posting because the facility here at Welsh Hormone Optimization offer Botox, skincare, stuff like that. He actually has another video where he got Botox in his armpits to decrease the sweating, and it actually worked. But you can see, I mean, this is pushing, this is working out, this is taking effort, and that is how it needs to be done. And it just helps, having the camaraderie of friends on the same level training with you.
Come on. Pump 'em.
But even if you don't have that, there's no reason to not. There's no reason to not push. You're on a machine. There's no danger here. You're not going to hurt yourself on a machine like this.
So we're going to finish up the workout.
All right.
Some light flies.
Moving on to the pec deck. That's a hammer strength, chest fly, whatever.
Chest is pretty full, but at this point,
you can see everybody here, I think we all kind of have a different grip, and that's what I'm saying, like as you progress, you just feel things out, and one person can say, I'm feeling better, with my hands up above the handles like that, and I think I might actually hold on to the handles themselves. See Chris there holding on to the handles. It's a preference, and everybody's body is a little bit different, and when you get a little deeper into it, you can explore a little bit, and you can say, this works better for me. But be honest with yourself, does it really? And if you know, then that's all there is to it, and that's perfectly fine. We're all getting the same, motion going on here. And with these, it's kind of the same as on that bench. These are more like a flat fly working. With a fly, you're isolating your pecs more than anything else. Because with presses, you're using tricep, you can use front delt, you can even use your back when pressing. But with flies, you can't really use anything but your chest. So they're a super good isolation exercise. And also, they work your inner pecs second to none.
There we go.
Here, I just dig my chin and my beard, kind of a pad there. But just dig the chin into the pecs and just squeeze them up as far as you can.
Good squeeze. Good squeeze.
There's that meditation going on, see? Pushing past the pain. See, Chris is helping me, get the last little bit of that positive motion going on. So there we are. Finish it up. That was chest.